everyone, it's Finn here from the SDGC talking to CK, Chris King, the man behind the Not Mega Man. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. It's always so good to be at these shows.
So, I mean, you've been a staple at PAX's for years, but this is a special time because 30XX is actually officially out. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels incredible. At long last, we are both out of early access on Steam as of 3 weeks ago, and we're out on Switch as of literally this morning.
That's the crazy part. Like, how did you keep that a secret for that long?
Well, we announced this date a little while ago. It's secret because trying to get your news out is very hard. It wasn't meant to be secret.
So for those that don't know what 30XX is, first of all, shame on them. But what would your official elevator pitch be?
Yeah, the big tagline is that it's kind of like co-op roguelike Mega Man X. So it's old school action platforming meets random level generation. So it's always fresh every time you play, different weapons, powers, bosses, platform types, mechanics, stuff like that, and multiplayer. So you can play it with a buddy online or on the couch.
Which is great.
Oh, it's lovely.
So, I mean, since the last time we spoke, which was in the early pandemic times.
Did you not talk to us at East? I thought we saw each other at East.
No, I'm talking about from the first time we spoke to now, you've added lots of new features. So what has been like your favorite feature that got added in throughout the early access process?
So we've added a tremendous number of things. My personal favorite feature is how much we've developed the game's level editor. So users can now, create their entire full levels. They can put whatever enemies, stage hazards, mechanics in any kind of level, upload full levels. The discovery tools for finding those levels have gotten so much better. We've basically taken like the full Mario Maker feature set and put it into the game. That is overwhelmingly like my favorite addition that we've worked on over the last year or two.
To me, that could have been its own game, like the 30XX creator or something. I mean, the fact that it's just part of the base game is crazy.
30XX is like 3 games. It's at least 3 games. There are way too many features. There are too many features. That's one of them, but it's wonderful. So much of why I'm so excited about it personally is that so much of why I started making these games 10 years ago with 20XX was that I wanted more, fresh Mega Man-ish experiences for myself.
Yeah.
But of course, as the person creating most of that and doing most of the design, it's never quite fresh. When someone else is doing the actual level creation and they're building all their own stuff, all of a sudden I get fully fresh experiences that I get to see for the first time.
I didn't even think about that. That's awesome.
It's really great, yeah.
So,
I love it.
Who is your favorite boss in the game now that it's all out and you've had time to think about it?
My favorite boss in the game is it's a little bit of spoiler content. It is the level boss of the first level after the main 8. I won't go too into specifics because the first time the player sees this, it is intended to be a surprise. But yes, the boss at the end of level 9 is my favorite in the game, and my second favorite in the game is Experiment 9, the water graph boss, who's like the sort of, amphibious, like gravity flipping, a lot of melee kicking, waves everywhere kind of boss. He's second favorite. It's a very kinetic fight.
So I don't expect you to actually have an answer for this, but is 40XX next, or are we branching out? Like, what's another game that you always wanted to make? Like, what's next for Batterystaple?
I wish I knew. The real answer is, at least for the foreseeable future, we are on continuing support for 30XX. 1.0 was always kind of a line in the sand for us. We intend to, basically 1.0 was where marketing timing met up with sort of us having fulfilled our initial creative vision for the game. But in a world where the game continues to sell well, and so far, thankfully, it has, we get to continue to make additional content. We want to make new characters. We want to make possibly even new stages, new items, more content to go on top of the base game. So for the foreseeable future, more 30XX.
30XX.5.
And after that, who knows?
I mean, so how big is Batterystaple, and how has it grown from the 20XX to the current day?
There are about twice as many core contributors on 30XX. There are about 6 of us, depending on how you measure. There's an army of part-time support, people contributing just a couple hours a week, that kind of thing. So it's a little hard to measure.
If anyone ever disagrees with you on a design choice, do you just hit them with the "but I'm the king"?
No, we do the exact opposite. I listen to absolutely everybody with a comment on a design choice because it's obviously not like we implement every suggestion anybody has, but both for the team and for our community, our early access community, but now our 1.0 community, anybody can have a lovely idea whether or not anybody agrees. And it is to my benefit and to the player's benefit for me to keep an open mind about that kind of thing. Sometimes you say, I disagree and that's the wrong move. Sometimes you say, I could see that being a good angle, but it's not the direction we're going in. But sometimes you listen to something you weren't thinking of doing, and you're like, oh shit, that's a great idea. We gotta do that right now. and enough of those happen that help make
Probably
the game
why
much
the
better
game's
for
so
it.
good.
It is, honestly, yes.
I mean, so it's just congratulations. It's almost surreal that it's finally out.
It sure is. That makes, I agree completely. It's a weird feeling. I'll be relaxed once PAX is over and have a moment to actually exhale and feel the tension leave my body.
Have you played it? Like, what other games are you playing? Not this.
I have had very, very little time for other games over the last little while.
In an ideal world, if you have a month off, what game would be on the top of your to-do list?
Oh, I mean, at the risk of sounding like a bad indie developer, I have gotten to spend some time with the new Path of Exile League from the 18th or so. I'm a huge Path of Exile fan, great game. I mean, obviously, Baldur's Gate is lovely. Starfield is early access, also playable now, I think, and officially comes out next week.
Yesterday it started.
Yeah, whatever, same thing. There are so many. This is a huge year.
This year is absolutely wild.
To our detriment, probably.
Well,
maybe we should
it's all the games that got delayed in 2020, 21, and 22 are now just being like, haha, we're out.
Yeah, here
it's
we
crazy.
are. Yeah, no, it's absolutely wild. No, there's so many great games to play. It's just, if I were to spend time playing a game literally right this moment, it would be Path. But who knows?
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time because your booth is always busy. Where can people follow the game, Batterystaple, and track everything?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me this question so I don't forget to shill myself.
That's what I'm here for.
The best ways to check us out, so we're out on Steam and on Switch right now. You can buy the game, it's $20. It's also 10% off on Switch for the next 2 weeks or so, I think. If you want to follow us on Twitter, I'm Batterystaple_G because I'm very poor at social media. And I picked that name 10 years ago. Batterystaple was taken by some random guy.
So under G is just how you
So _G, yeah, it's exactly, yeah. The Batterystaple_Games. Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah, that's the best way to follow us, but just buy the game, and then you'll get all the updates for free after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we always end on a random question, the most important one. You've already answered the cake versus pie, so I've got the truly...
Round 2.
The truly in-depth psychological breakdown of you as a person.
Yeah.
Toilet paper over or under?
I mean, I know the right way, so it's pull towards you from the top. Under is you're a monster.
That's the correct answer.
That is over, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want over because you're not an awful person.
I just don't think of it as over and under. I think of it as correct and demonic.
That's what's up. As always, thank you so much. I cannot wait. I love it. It's awesome. Oh, it's so good. So.
It's always lovely to see you. Thanks so much for coming by.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
As always, check us out. Check out Battery Staples. 30XX. It's where it's at.